Oh, hello there. And go forth and breathe. Hi, Tiffany from BookishBelles here, and this week I will continue on with my Sarah Dessen journey from the stack of books that I was lent, and this time I will review The Truth About Forever. I loved this one too. What is this? Was every girl in my 9th grade class right? Crying over these Sarah Dessen books while I stubbornly hung on to that I didn't want to read them? I guess because they're amazing. I've read 3 of her books now, enough to put together a little pattern I've realized, or at least with the 3 I've read. This Lullaby, Just Listen, and The Truth About Forever. So what I got is, blonde girl has traumatic past event, problems with her mother, and struggling to be in some kind of perfect world, has some big issue that will be expanded upon later on in the book, meets guy, brunette guy, nice guy, cute guy, befriends guy, dates guy, problems with guy. Then has a big fallout, and while she's having the fallout with the guy, she decides to confront her own problems, be it commitment problems, traumatic past event, or running, and gets over problem, gets with guy, the end. At least that's what the 3 I've read. Another thing I noticed is that Sarah Dessen people sure do like to tuck their hair behind their ears. Man, I just always tuck in their hair behind. Am I in a Sarah Dessen novel yet? Am I? My hair's behind my ears. All joking aside, I really am enjoying reading all these Sarah Dessen books. I don't know, I really like them, and The Truth About Forever might just be my favorite. I love everything about it. It reminded me a lot of Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, and it might just be because her dad died in both of those, so I don't know. I guess part of why I never really Sarah Dessened it up is because I used to be really bad about wanting to avoid books that addressed real world issues. Like, I wanted girls who found out they were magical powers in love with vampires and shadow hunters and went and killed things that became snarky with the love of a snarky lad. I did not want to read about a girl whose dad died, or a girl with an eating disorder, or a girl whose boyfriend died and she was pregnant. I didn't want to read about any of that. I didn't want any of this real world crap. I really used to be hardcore against young adult contemporary, which is mainly what I live for now. And I think it's because I've grown and changed as a person. I'm not 14 anymore. I'm 20 years old, you know. I don't want to find some vampire to make me live forever. Ugh, that'd be horrible. No, I want mundane love, you know, fall in love with the guy who sits with me in English or something. Something simple, something easy, something attainable. And I think that's why I'm so into these right now. Is because these represent something obtainable, these real world issues, and suddenly this is what I'm interested in, this is what I care about. I mean, I remember in 9th grade, every girl and her mother was reading Sarah Dessen. Couldn't turn around without someone reading it, someone drawing a cover of it. Everyone, Sarah Dessen, Sarah Dessen. I think that's around the time How to Deal came out as a movie. I mean, it was in my head, go to Walmart, there's a Sarah Dessen book. And I remember wanting to read Just Listen up until I found out it was written by her, and then I had no interest in it. Because I was stubborn. And it's one of those stupid things where it's everyone reads it so I won't, and then I read it, and then I'm like, why was I such an idiot? So this book is about Macy Queen. And Macy is trying to deal with the fact her dad died over a year and a half ago. She used to be a runner, but she doesn't anymore because her dad was her coach, and she didn't go running with him the morning he died until it was too late, and she actually found him and sat with him and stuff and was in the ambulance. And her boyfriend Jason goes off to brain camp for the summer, and he's obsessed about being perfect, and they correspond through emails for a while, but her life is very orderly, very perfect. I'm fine, just fine. And her mother don't talk about it. They don't mention the fact her dad died. They just don't breach it. And she's really tired of being known as the girl who watched her dad die. And then there's this catering service, and she gets in it, and it's chaotic, and it's messy, and it's spontaneous, and it's just what she needs. And it's not perfect, and it teaches her to appreciate flaws. Some pluses about this book. I love Wes. I love Wes like I loved Owen and I love Dexter. I really think I'm just gonna start like swooning over Sarah Dessen then. Or should I say, swoon, to quote Christy. I shouldn't say that. But, oh, I loved everything about this book. I loved all the characters. I loved Wes. I actually liked Macy. Um, I really, really liked Christy. I liked Caroline. It just very well like, handled. Everything was paced beautifully, and I loved it. Also, that old lady, Stella, Christy's grandmother, she was reading a book by Barbara Starr. Do you know who Barbara Starr is? Remy from This Lullaby's mother. Woo! I love the interconnected realities. I said that before, and that's like they go to the House of Waffles or whatever it is, and it's like, that's where Owen and Annabelle went. And that excites me, even though this book came before that, so I guess I should have retroactively been like, that's where Wes and Macy went. And Wes and Macy are actually in Just Listen, in the place in the running clothes. I had to look that up, so that's exciting. I really just really like this book. I like everything about how it's handled. My only complaint is I really, really hate that, they don't get together till the end of the book, which is kind of the same thing with Just Listen and kind of the same thing with This Lullaby. Vague. It's like all this build up, and I just want something, and then they don't get together until like the last 5 pages. And it's like, well, damn, I wanted more, a little more than that. I mean, come on. I mean, he gave me like the ends with the kiss and a promise thing that I'm kind of a fan of, but it's still vague enough for me to be like, just give me a little, give me something. But other than that, I love it. I want to own it. I want to hold it and put it on my bookshelf. I have to return it though, but that's okay. One thing is these are a series without being a series, just because they're all set in the same town and they all connect with each other, but they're a whole bunch of standalones. And I am so happy to be reading standalones, because everything is a series nowadays. And it's nice to read some standalone companion novels or something. Something that doesn't evolve into a series. It is really, really nice. Anyway, that's it for my crappy review of The Truth About Forever. Oh, that's amazing. My stomach was growling through this whole review. I am like starving. These are really hot.